So as of right now, markets are still currently somewhat in the green. So the Jackson Hole meeting just wrapped up. We actually went live and hosted it. If you guys want to go rewatch it, it's under my live streams on my YouTube channel. But with that being said, leading up to the actual meeting, the NASDAQ market was indicating signs of an uptrend. We peaked, the meeting wrapped up, and we dumped. This should not be a surprise. This happens every time during the CPI data report, FOMC meetings, FOMC minute report, where something gets released or reported and or therefore he begins to speak. Markets go up, markets react in a positive way. But as soon as it wraps up, again, the hype dies, and then overall market direction can possibly change. That's essentially what we're seeing as of right now. We took a really big dump. Now we're finding a support and showing signs of a potential recovery. We'll see if we begin to show progress above EMA and the moving average. And if not, get ready for this thing to form a lower high and then come back to retest previous lows, which again, I wouldn't be too mad at right now because I am currently shorting NVIDIA. I went long on it, covered my profits because I was aware that market direction could change as soon as he is done speaking. Thankfully, I did. I entered a short. Shout out to Pedro for telling me not to short, because if I listened to you, then I would have not made an additional $6,000 to $7,000. I'm up $13,000 on the day, and as NVIDIA continues to drop, I'll make more money covering my profits, locking in my profits right around 126.78. I want to talk about what was said during the Jackson Hole meeting. So Powell said timing, says that the overall timing of when they expect to cut interest rates was September, or is September. With that being said, he is saying that right now, this is the part that really stood out to me. His touch on the job market. We know based off of recent data that the Federal Reserve has a really big focus with how the labor market is doing. And based off of what he said today, I think makes it very clear. He does not want any further slowdown or cooling in the job market. So now this is the reason that is important is his sentiment. Now, if the labor market begins to show that it is weakening, that might not be a huge support for the Federal Reserve, or the market might react in a negative way because now they understand what the Federal Reserve wants, what Jerome Powell wants. And he just explained to us what he wants. It says, we do not seek or welcome further cooling in labor market conditions. Powell also said that we will do everything that we can do to support a strong labor market as we further progress towards price stability. With that being said, we know their goal, 2% inflation, is again the main focus. They also want a strong labor market. We currently sit at a roughly 4.3% unemployment rate. That's a fair unemployment rate. It's still a relatively very strong labor market. With that being said, if we begin to see that the labor market continues to cool down or to slow down, then again, that might show as a red flag and something that the Federal Reserve does not want to support. So now when those weekly initial claims and continuing claim job reports begin to come out, if we begin to see more people are getting unemployed, more people are losing their job, then again, the Federal Reserve might simply react in a negative way, or the market will react in a negative way because now they understand what the Federal Reserve wants. So now the market's reaction can ultimately end up changing based off of Jerome Powell's expectation of what he wants from that overall labor market. But with that being said, again, only time will tell. Markets have rallied pretty strong for the past few days. Now we're looking a little bit more on the overbought side. We'll see if we begin to peak here and or if we begin to correct ourselves on the way down. I want to remind you, NVIDIA reports earnings mid next week. I think it's on the 28th of August. So just a quick little heads up, NVIDIA has a huge market cap and it can influence the overall market very, very well. So that's going to be the next thing that I begin to pay attention to as the week comes. If you have any further questions, feel free to comment down below. I hope to see you for Monday's live trading session. I trade live every single morning right at market open. And if you want to tune on in, that's that second link in the description down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.